Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of All That Pummeling. I'm JP, one of the coaches of the Toddington Torricats. I'm joined by my co-hosts.
I'm Joe, coach of the Cougar and Crocodiles.
And I'm PK, coach of the Luton Town Leafeons.
Boys, it's been round 5 of the draft league and it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off.
Yeah, there's been some wild results this round.
Some wild results, some wild sets, some wild what's going to happen next round.
Some wild charge.
Ones, yeah, no, it's been an enjoyable week. It's been a good week for Pokemon.
Don't worry, everybody, including Chris. We've penciled in the fact that we do have to get angry about a Garchomp set later, so you can all be ready for that.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I can't remember the Garchomp.
You don't remember?
Set.
Oh, no. You'll remember. You'll remember.
Okay,
I'll never let you
will.
forget. I'll never let you forget.
Okay.
I'm gonna never let Crispy forget.
But yeah, it's good. So we're covering again the Master Group and the Premier Group, which means we won't be covering my game. So I guess just to quickly have thoughts on that. So it was Torricats versus Luxrays, Carmine Podcast versus All I Post. So he has now beaten all of us, which is sad times for season 6. This is season. I was like season 5? No, season 6. Yeah,
he's taking our contest spot and our names in the league.
Now, as they said in at your league, is now the best content creator for the league.
And battler, yeah. What can't he do?
Oh, can't you just do everything? Well, he sits in a cupboard though. That makes me chuckle. Oh, I love.
So there's a recording hovel.
PK's setting up his ready behind him. He's got it open.
Still always there. A shadow in there waiting, keeping my seat warm.
Yeah. So our match was interesting. I bought a lot of wacky sets on it because I wasn't particularly hopeful about the game, so I thought, I might as well have some fun with it, bring some cheesy stuff. It might pay off, and it was like a roller coaster of like, I don't think we're going to win. There's a chance we could win. I don't think we're going to win. We've won! We didn't win. And I think the result, looking back on it, is completely fair. Like, I shouldn't really have had any business winning that game, but it still felt bad losing just because we'd played it into a spot where we'd all but won. We just had to kill the Vigor. But yeah, and then
there was weird like last couple of turns, and it's like you tried to mirror coat a dark type. And
so that let me just walk you through all of my fuck ups during that game. So the first one was the Lucario thing. That was just me being like, not taking into account that Gerda is really, really slow. I was like, well, this Lucario is slow as balls. We've put like minimal speed in it. Lucario's not very fast. That's why it's got priority. It gets outspent by everything normally. And then even then thought we might live a hit, but then looking on the calcs, like I always die to a drain punch, and that's exactly what it used. So anything else I would have lived that wasn't like a fighting.
Okay, your slow as balls Lucario with 90 base speed.
Yeah.
Put that way. Spin that out there.
Yeah, so the extreme speed would have done, I don't know, like 40%.
Good chunk. Right. You were plus 2.
More. We were plus 2, but Gerdo's a thick boy. So that was mistake number 1. It was pretty dumb. Oh, also, we totally should have blown up in the face of the Snorlax. We didn't didn't realise that that's how U-turn worked. With Pursuit.
I was like, wait, what's he doing?
It's one of those things that's very easily forgettable, though. Like,
we got frozen, then instantly thawed. That was scary.
You got encored into a Z move, but actually it was curse.
So we'd click curse the turn before, then we got encored, so we would have got encored into the curse, but we'd already clicked the Z move, so it didn't deny the Z move because you can't deny Z moves.
Z moves are out of the
but then after
realms
the Z
of it.
moves,
After the Z move was then into curse, but it was
curse.
Fine because we worked out that because we still have multi-scale and lots of defense boosts, we could take the ice punches from Gerda. So it was all good. And then what was the next string of misplays? It was a bit at the end, right, with so we could
Mirror
take a
shot.
kiss. Oh yeah, so mirror shot.
coat.
Yeah,
Mirror coat,
mirror coat. Mirror coat. Mirror shock. Yeah, didn't realize that it's psychic type move, so it doesn't hit dark types. I thought it didn't work because it was we got hit by a physical move and it only reflects special. But it turns out it just doubly didn't work.
That is the reason why it didn't work.
Yeah,
but
it didn't
also
work on two separate fronts.
Yeah.
Had I known about the dark type thing, I wouldn't have put it on there because it was there for mostly Hooper. Yeah, so no, that was silly. So we should have clicked the scold twice, so we would have got more damage and had a chance to burn, which meant that Togekiss possibly could have killed with Dazzling Gleam. But the reason we didn't click it is because we were taking a non-Zed move very well.
Dog shit bad on that particular day.
And you weren't using calc of any kind?
So we were using a calc, but obviously I wasn't expecting the Z move. We were expecting to totally live every other hit fine, and then reflect. We could have taken the next hit and roosted up. And then just stalled him out that way, and then Dazzling Gleam. But yeah, with 2 Scolds and a Dazzling Gleam, might have been able to kill him depending on his investment, but it just didn't look like from our calcs. But yeah, could have been a totally different game if I had not fucked up many times.
Yes, the multiple fuck-ups is.
But it was close even so.
But it's groups, it's fine. You can fuck up here.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got to nearly sweep with a cursed Dragonite, so I'm cool with that.
I did like the curse. I was very hopeful for this to go off.
Yeah, I was very pleased with that. Cool. Yeah. So, we're now 1-1, and we have to win the match against Ray. The next one, otherwise we're in the low group for the first time ever, other than when we lost in season 4 and then dropped down because losers bracket.
What the hell's a season 4?
Don't worry, you weren't in that one.
I loved season 4. Season 4 was one of my favourites.
I had a lot of fun in that. I had a Lanoon in that one, I think.
You think? It didn't happen.
I liked it because I was in it for a long time and I was doing it very well.
I like that.
Yeah, that was your gauntlet run. Yeah,
I was.
Joe just sort of like retired before the season even started.
Yeah, he'd been almost there, he'd won this couple of a season and then he was almost there the season after, so he decided to take a nice break. He just delayed his champion's curse, like.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So that was a bit chat about my game. Should we start into our games that we're actually covering today?
Yes.
We're going to start off with the Premier Group. We'll start off with PK's game. So we've got the Luton Town Leafeons versus the Bristol City Bewares. Luckily, they have their name as their logo name. I was just looking at the guy. Yeah. He's throwing me off. He's wacky. He's got green and purple.
Who even is that? Is that a gym leader or is that like a weird... Was it one of the guys
trainer
from...
Dude.
Like a weird juggler.
It's got to be from Black and White, surely.
He's either a gym leader or he's one of the people from like the movie...
maybe
mini game thing.
Oh,
they all dress up stupid.
It's from the trick room or the Wonder Room, whatever building it was in Gen 3.
Oh,
yeah, where it was music the whole time, and it's really annoying.
Oh, that famous music,
really famous
that I
music.
haven't heard because every time I played Gem 3, I just split up because it was always on emulator.
Yeah. Right. So, PK, talk us through the thoughts.
So, funnily enough, there wasn't a lot of thought that went into this, which is quite unusual because I've been quite busy outside, in the real world, not Pokemon things. So I think me and Joe, we did like a match or 2 matches, and I was like it was just like the first thought is like this 6 mons and might be okay. Smash them together, be like, yeah, I've got a bit of a problem because it was like most of my damage was coming from Toxic with the team that I brought, and then I was like, yeah, I'll deal with it later, try to come up with a different strategy or whatever. Ended up not doing that, because I was being, at work.
Double
very
down.
tired. Yeah, and then so I think I looked like one calc, and I was like, Dragon Dance Haxorus puts in a lot of work here. Right, cool, put that on the team. And then again, didn't actually do it. And then it was like 5 minutes before, like 10 minutes before the match was meant to start, and I just finished work, and I was like, I should probably take a last look at this team. And I was like, Inferno doesn't really do anything here. It can set up on Mew, but everything else it doesn't really do much against. So I was like, I should probably change Inferno. It's like, what's for? It's like, well, Espeon hasn't really had much of a run out on this team. It's pretty fast. I could put Espeon on. I get screens. That might be nice. Guess it could be really interesting instead of because I remember Joe being like, most of your damage is coming from Toxic. Like, you might need to change that. I was like, well, how about if I add another Toxic user and then some screens and then see where we go from there? That might be fun.
See, Joe, this is what I was up against in season 2 when I was trying to teach PK. I was like, maybe you should like bring Pythagoras and do all this other stuff. I was like, nah, just fucking clang and scales everything.
And it did pretty well.
I mean, yes. Well, yeah, season 2 was very good for you.
Yeah, and then when I actually got into the match, and I was looking at my my Excel document that I've got, and it's like, there's 7 mons on this list. Something is missing here, but I can't think of what it is. And then I looked at the names, I was like, wait, Haxorus is missing. I was like, that's
game
not good.
started.
That was one of my main win conditions. It's like, well, I could ask to remake, but I was like, whatever. We'll just play it. It's like, I'm sure he would have been like, yeah, no, fine. But then it's like, I've had to look to see what mon to take off. And it's like, I was already like kind of flustered because I'd just finished work and it was like 7 p.m. So I was like, fine, like we'll just do it and then just play it through.
But as it turned out, the Espeon puts in a solid shift this game. Like it's one of your best mons.
Yeah. So going in, the things that I was scared about, like similar to Alana in the last match, like the Choice Scarf, ground type, spamming Earthquake, so Choice Scarf, Drapion, and then Pythagoras, as you mentioned earlier. I couldn't really like kill properly, and it could set up on me. Like, obviously I got Blissey, but I couldn't really kill it back unless it got Toxic, essentially.
Yeah.
And I did kind of think Magmortar would come, because I've got 2 steel types that I really like and pretty good for my team. So it's like, kind of thought Magmortar maybe come, because they're both physically defensive and he could just smack me.
I did bring Magmortar along, and it was pretty spicy versus this team, to be honest.
Yeah, and then when that didn't come, I was like,
types that are weaker on the special side.
Yeah, when that didn't come and then Drapion didn't come, I was like, well, maybe we can do this. Like, but we should probably get in and see how it works.
We click the old play button.
Sure thing. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. So you lead off with Psyche the
Espeon
versus the Pythagoras. Instantly switches out into the
that's
Newt.
interesting
Nice.
to run away there, but I guess maybe predicting Toxic, which was a good switch.
He was
Why would you predict that from an Espeon turn 1? Maybe just was like, this is the dedicated switching because I resist the Psychic Stab.
Yeah.
Or resist
Yeah.
Morning Sun
You could have
here,
just clicked Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
Morning Sun here because I knew knockoff do less damage, and then get up the reflect.
Yeah, so your light clay dual screens on this.
Yes.
You've brought on Alolan Ninetales.
On turn 4, we've already seen my entire moveset on Espeon, which is Toxic, Light Screen, Morning Sun, and Reflect.
My gosh.
So...
I mean, that's like, so you can put up screens, heal, and then get out, and then you can do it all again later.
Yeah. And if they try to Toxic me back, obviously, it's got a Magic Bounce it.
You have given them like 4 turns to do a thing.
What was the stat investment on this Espeon?
Let me have a look.
I was like, because I couldn't believe how well it was living hits. I was like, but it still dies.
Because it was like a very last minute thing, I didn't actually like do any proper calcs for it.
This Quagsire has been so solid for you.
It was full defense, 176 speed with a positive speed nature to outspeed Mew.
Right.
And then 80 HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Already poisoned the Goodra. But I mean, Quagsire's just been sitting in clicking Earthquakes.
Oh, yeah, this mod has been fantastic. Again, Quagsire had to come for the unaware. Yeah. And it's like, because if Mew sets up, or anything tries to set up, it's like, well, Quagsire's there at least.
Yeah, and you have the recover in this situation, whereas the Goodra doesn't have any recovery unless it has rest.
Exactly.
And we looked, and outside of hidden power grass, there's power whip on the physical side for Goodra that you could run, but no other good grass moves there.
Yeah, so this thingo Quagsire was full special defense and sassy, so positive special defense nature as well.
It's still
Full
taking
HP, full
no
special.
damage even from the physical moves.
Yeah,
You were taught there
Just been sitting there.
to stop you from doing what exactly?
Toxic.
Stop me from
Recover.
Who's gonna scold some cheeky damage? Oh, the crit scold! Look at that damage. It probably does matter when you're a special wall that's toxic.
I mean, yeah, but again, it's still like 8%.
True.
Like, yeah, we get it.
It seems like this variation of your team is not a damage team. Like even the Espeon is not.
No,
set up
this
to be
is not a damage
the
team.
Got the magic
stealth
bounce
rock,
there.
Magic bounce, nicely done.
Again, like, so I switched into Espeon just to see if it does have a better physical move for me than knockoff or liquidation, just in case. And
just doesn't.
it doesn't.
Just doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't.
I mean, you're like Clay's gone now.
I mean, it was gone from like turn
turn
2, so it's like, okay,
True,
but
true.
I'm still, from this point, 20 turns in, it's like, well, he still hasn't really done anything to get around it, so. And if
Yeah,
it's
we
just
were
sitting
showing
here
on turn
knocking
2.
off,
No
like,
one's died yet.
yes.
Swapping to liquidation, try and get the defense drop, I guess.
The mornings.
Yeah.
I mean, but at this point, like, you can't do anything to him. You've just set up
Yeah,
screens
so
and
you're
then
gonna have to switch
out.
here, yeah. Or
Yeah,
morning
but-
sun, then switch.
So so the plan is to get my HP back to full, take a knockoff, and then switch out. So, which is what will happen here. So, and I've still got 1 or 2 turns of screens left, which is kind of all I really needed.
Yeah.
Because
It was clever there.
I can always
Clever
go
there to
back
click
into
the stealth
Espeon
rocks.
and do it again. Like,
Yes.
but yeah, it's nice to stealth rock there, thinking that might be might do.
I was
Sweat comes
I
off,
was a little
but-
worried for you here, but then I realised that most of your ones don't actually care about these rocks.
Nope.
Not
I was
really.
thinking like, oh, you
My,
could just
my
keep
team in
roaring
general
you.
doesn't really care about rocks. So.
Yeah. Like, I mean, couldn't you just click roar again? Oh, I guess he wanted the knockoff. But...
Yep. Thought he might knock off the leftovers, so I go into Aggron, making a lovely appearance.
So this is not a great
Great,
matchup
but-
for the
Yeah.
Aerodactyl, but yeah.
No, but again, it's like Earthquaking when he was probably going to switch in. It's like, well, I could heavy slam or not, but
you got mummy, so your filter's gone.
my filter
Yes.
is gone.
Yeah,
But then I'm
Mojo.
like, and Rocky helmeted. But then I'm like, well, I'm just going to click it again. The crit did
The
matter
tech, though.
to my calc. Like we calced
Yeah.
it, and then I confirmed with him afterwards that it did matter.
Right.
So I
Okay.
would have taken more damage on Aggron, but I don't know if it hits the field again.
Right.
So that
For
it
it to
doesn't
matter,
actually
yeah.
matter. Yeah.
I was
Again.
so hyped for the mummy to get rid of your filter though. That was
Yeah.
great tech. But yeah, I'm a little worried that he's not really
Okay,
got
here's
anything
the
to get
Aggron.
through your Wally boys.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
but
again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's fine. So
So
he's
does the
got
wish
another
come
turn
through
to
here?
do.
Yeah.
The
He's
wish
got
come
another
true
turn.
on Psyche, and
We've seen this still dance
the
before.
this is just a replay of what happened again.
Magic bounce the roar.
He gets switched out.
Severe damage.
Oh,
It's that
interrupts
replay of the grand
with toxic
final.
damage.
Yeah,
The
Yep.
parting shot.
and then set up a light screen because I know I'm faster than everything
Yeah.
he's got, except for the Aerodactyl and Zeraora who aren't in. So it's like, well, may as well set up the light screen.
Never seen such a tanky Espeon in all my life.
Yeah. Just staying in on a mega air attack.
Yeah.
Again,
I'll just take
counts
it.
the Stone Edge. Again, I'm top king, and I'm providing I don't get crit.
Yeah, as long as you don't
which
get crit.
is
which,
is quite likely
It's a
with
risk.
Stone Edge, obviously, because it's a higher crit move. But then it's also somewhat likely it could miss. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, I noticed the 6-0 opportunity is here, and I think, well, I kind of need the 6-0 because I lost the first game. So I'm just trying to play for it at this point.
He's just eating stone edges from a Mega Aerodactyl like they're nothing.
Yeah, it's weird trying to play a 6-0 when he's only lost 2 mons, but at this point, the game plan is sort of set. Like,
Okay.
I could just replay things over and over, and he
Sure.
hasn't shown me that he has a way to get around it.
I mean,
So it's
so
like-
he's now having to bring out his bigger
Yeah.
guns.
Yes.
Does this get a grass move?
It gets grass knot.
Grass knot. Okay.
Yes, which I thought it might do, which is kind of was a risk switching into Quagsire, but I was like, well, it's a Quagsire. I don't die because I'm specially defensive,
Yeah.
and then if it
Yeah.
grass knocks me and I live, then I can
Quagsire's
see what it
not
does.
that heavy, right? It's quite a
No.
small mon, so grass knot can't be doing that much damage
It
to
actually
it.
isn't nicknamed. This probably because this team was done in such
Nasty
like
plot.
a weird rush. That,
But
Again.
I think even with nasty plots and Muse not getting through a Blissey without Psyshock.
nope, that is one of the.
Well, here, a Genesis Supernova only does 46%. That's with a nasty plot.
At least it gets the psychic terrain up for
Yeah.
boosted damage.
Yep.
But do you actually protect? It does work. I was thinking because it's priority.
Only priority damage.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. Because like generally, I've not been running protect on Blissey because I've been usually having heal bell instead of protect. But
Yeah,
for this
yeah.
one, like having protect and it actually worked out. So I was like, oh good. I did worry it might be Psyshock a little bit, but then it's like, well, if you wanted the Genesis Supernova for the priority, then it's like, well, it has to be psychic. So it's
Do
like,
we think this Aurora is choiced?
yes,
Choiced into knockoff now.
Or it's banded, probably. Because it shouldn't really need the speed, right?
yeah.
There's the early
Unfortunately,
GG.
at this
but-
point,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not
With,
really
when
anything
nothing
wish,
to
when the
get.
wish comes through, it's like
yeah, it's just he's back on full HP.
So how low did you
Yeah.
get before the wish?
so I'll cycle back. I think I got to 30%.
Okay, so you would have taken
31%.
you would have taken another lot of Rocky Helmet damage if you hadn't crit earlier, right?
Yes,
So
and probably an attack.
Big roar. Oh, Gligar hits the field.
Gligar, here he is to get
Is he
his
gonna
KO.
steal a kill?
Gligar
Yes.
steals the kill.
Steals
Yes.
the deal.
Yeah,
Oh wow! And then
the happy Arima bringing it home.
is that your first 6-0 PK?
It's my fourth, I think.
Really? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
I think I have
The
two
poor
or
Glasgow Golducks.
yeah, I have at least
yes,
two against the Gold Ducks, and I think I have a third one somewhere else. And this is my fourth 6-0.
Oh crikey!
Yeah,
There
I
you
know.
go. Yeah.
Funnily enough, I've won sometimes.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but you know.
Yeah. Oh no! Yeah, that was well played. Thank God you didn't bring the Haxorus because that Espeon carried you. Quite frankly.
It did carry me. And again, it was just the last one. It was like, this might be pretty fun. I feel like Joe might get a kick out of like a 0 offense Espeon. So I was like, well, it'll do.
And
And you know how I like putting screens on fast special attackers.
yeah, oh God, you're the worst for that. But in superior. Was it Mark saying in the chat? You didn't really have an answer for your walls, which unfortunately your team is composed of
Walls.
at least 4 of them.
Yeah,
You just happen to make your
almost all of my
sweeper one
teams
of them.
are walls in this
Yeah.
configuration. So it's like,
Yeah, and he was actually saying as well, I wish you brought Haxorus. I mean, obviously, he
Yeah.
had more things planned for that than Tanky Espeon.
Yeah, no one plans for Tank Espeon.
No.
yes.
Which apparently it's really good, or at least in this particular match.
I can't remember if on the damage calc there is a set for it that I looked at.
Like it wasn't.
Oh, it was Battle Spot singles dual screens,
Oh.
which actually gave me the idea for
I
it.
do like a bit of Battle Spot singles.
Yeah, and that set is Yawn, Psychic, Reflect, and Light Screen. So I was like, well, Psychic probably doesn't help me here, and obviously I'm not going to Yawn. So it's like, well, there's Toxic, have that instead of Psychic, and obviously get a last move. It's like, oh, it gets Morning Sun, nice. I'm going to heal up without the wish.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say the Espeon was never up against any like real power. It was against a physical non-stab knockoff from a penguin. Like it's not. It may not have worked if there was something actually threatening on the other side of the field.
Yeah, like a Garchomp
Yes,
or something.
yes, something like
I
that. I
mean,
think.
Yes, that
It
is
might
true,
have been a
obviously.
3-hit KO behind screens.
Yeah, I would have been, unless it was choiced, obviously, I would have been faster, so I could have set up a reflect, and then it's got to get through a reflect as well.
Yeah.
As well as being,
Then it'd be
so like
toxic, then you'd be
defensively,
healing.
yeah, it's available like 252 defense and 80 HP.
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
doing
he
like
didn't like boost up against you aside from the Mew with the nasty plot, but Yeah, he was just getting toxic, and unfortunately, Blissey doesn't care if you're +6 Volcarona.
So, like a quick calc, like an adamant Earthquake behind a Reflect would be a guaranteed 3-hit KO. A Jolly Earthquake would have a chance to be a 3-hit KO.
Okay.
And then again, I could have
not bad.
Toxic. I could have Toxic one turn and then Morning Sunned up. So because I out damaged, I out healed the damage from the thing. So
you get a good chunk of damage while your screen's up. Yeah.
Yeah. So fortunately, I have to do it. I didn't have to do it against something like that.
Yeah.
So
No, that was good strats. Well played. Good result. All that pummeling. Finally getting a win on the Loot and Tally fields. Very nice. Right, should we move on to our second game in the premiere?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And we have the Whapping Wailords versus the Middlesbrough Metapods. And this is a great game if you're a fan of the Middlesbrough Metapods.
Speaking of the Metapods, do you feel like this is probably the best configuration of their team? Like,
it's got Kill Leader Registeel there.
Yeah, probably. I'd say this is pretty.
I'm pretty sure furthers the kill lead from this game. I should say kill lead as in kill lead on Wed's team, not in the league.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, obviously, there's a tier 2 Sylveon not here, but in general, I feel like this is probably his best 6 mons for like most matches. Like the lineup just kind of seems to fit.
Yeah, so he's got the Hitmonlee Tapu combo.
Which he's yet to use.
Which he's yet to use, unless it comes up in this game, which I can't remember. The Registeel, which I've already mentioned, is put in work. Volcarona, massive beast. Slowbro is very good, annoying, regenerating, bulky thing. Same with Among Us, which, by the way, gets Leech Seed. Strong side from on the Metapods. Don't worry, I do know that Leech Seed is not on Among Us. I just like to troll John. I'm not going to do the. Whoa, that's some good shit. Love that meme. If you haven't seen it before, just look it up on YouTube. It's great. The Wailords, they have brought a reasonably standard thing. They have brought the what's the ice snowflake thing called again?
Cryogonal.
Yeah. They brought Cryogonal. Not sure if that's the best for this game.
It's certainly water types for freeze dry. Like
okay, yeah. So freeze dry is actually quite nice. Then it can hit 3 things super effectively.
Maybe wants to get
too bad. Rapid spin.
But then the other 3 it gets absolutely messed up by. So
so it's a
okay.
Awesome.
All right, I see it for the ice move and for removal. That's
Yeah.
Rotom, pretty decent this game. Actually, very, very good this game for Volcarona and the 2 water types again. What has he got for Hitmonlee, Registeel, and Among Us, though? So I guess we got the Scizor for Among Us. Very good for doing that.
That gets in the way pretty handily.
Kind of Hitmonlee. I think this team maybe struggles with things for Hitmonlee, right? Your answer is kind of Rotom, right?
Yeah,
Rotom, Will-O-Wisps.
A Will-O-Wisp from Rotom.
Yeah.
You got Intimidate, Crocodile as well. Could be the a switch in, but you still don't want to hit. You don't want to take a height,
which you can't after Unburden.
You're
just gonna die to any fighting move from it.
Yes, even after Intimidate, I still think you died to like a high jump kick from it. So
Crocodile...
Como could probably do something.
Maybe.
Como's probably tanky enough to stand in the way. It's got 110 base defense or something, and
got quite a high defense. It's got quite high stats all around. 125 base defense.
Okay.
So it's down to Como and Rotom to take out the Hitmonlee, and Crocodile needs to take out the Registeel, and possibly Volcarona with a Stone Edge or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, shall we get in and
let's
see how it goes?
Right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Who we lead it with? We've got Colin Robinson, the Rotombosch, versus the Hitmonlee. So going into the Hitmonlee straight out of the bat. And So remember when I was saying, hey, Rotom's job is to will-o-wisp the Hitmonlee?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, can we pause there? All right, hang on. Volcaroider's just hit the phone.
We might
How
as well
the hell
reset-
did...
We'll just reset the game.
How? Okay, yeah, sure. Well, can we just get it to that turn then?
Well,
So I'm just
I
gonna-
mean, we may
it's
as
only
well.
2 turns in.
Yeah,
we'll just press
two
play
turns
when we
in.
need to.
Well, no, because I want to have it on screen. Right.
Just saw it. We know what happened.
Right, so high jump kick kills the Rotom, and then out comes Scizor, and it just bullet punches.
So this has to be a
100%.
choice band bullet punch.
In what world does any kind of set of bullet punch kill a Hitmonlee?
Because
from
Hitmonlee
full?
has 50 base HP and 53 defense. So it is
So
not
it's-
got. It
yeah.
is a specially defensive mon, not
Very
a physically
squishy.
defensive mon.
Oh my
But even
God.
that, it still
And-
has to be technician choice band
But
to kill.
the
Right.
Rotom, it must have been
Yeah.
max speed, max attack, adamant, with probably a choice band as well. So it was full squish versus. So
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I mean, yeah, the balls on whether to stay in there. But I guess he probably wasn't expected to die, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, fighting resist bug resist fighting.
Yeah.
Obviously, still
Like-
weak to fighting. Yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, what? It's just priority move, and it's killed him.
yeah, I swear this Hitmonlee, every time it comes to the field, it just dies to something. Like something just leans on it by accident. It goes, oh my god, 100%. I'm like, what? How?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Yeah, good stuff. All right, sorry. So I'll
We just reset.
Oh, should we
Yeah,
just reset? Just
yeah,
like
we'll
just
you
reset,
guys.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
So
yeah,
3,
keep it
2, 1, reset. Oh, no, hang on. I click reset, and it's just taking me back to the.
Yeah.
Start
The
bit,
3, 2, play.
Right.
At the
3,
end.
2, 1, play. Sorry,
There
about
we
this. Okay.
I wonder what's going to happen in these first 2 turns. I wonder
Oh,
if there'll be any
well,
deaths.
can you imagine if this Rotom managed to get off a
Oh my
will-o-wisp
God,
here?
there it
Oh, wait,
goes.
never mind. It's dead. Yeah, that's got to be choice ban. There's no way that's killing the Rotom
Yeah.
wash from full.
Unless the Rotom was like
Unless it was
Min.
max
full
defense.
speed,
If it had no
specs or something.
HP or defense, it
Yeah.
would have. Yeah.
It might have been enough, but
So
Yeah.
nice.
they're both
choice to
dead
go
now
to.
anyway. So
The Volcarona scares out the Scizor. Goes for Equivalence, but then switches out.
yeah, I
guess-
guess you're just afraid of a Diamond Storm.
Diamond Storm,
Will
yeah.
kill you. Yeah.
Yes.
Can and
But
will kill you.
Noticing we're not seeing a Mega Evolution out of this DNC.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe just in case they missed that they'd want to.
or it's not running
Survive.
Mega Stone.
Yeah, or it could not be running Mistone.
Do you think Nandor is a typo of Nando's? I think it's just one letter out.
Don't know, man.
Dragon Dance. Okay, Evolve with the
Haze,
Haze, but it's still
nice.
behind the sub.
Yeah, it's still,
getting
there's
some
still a
pushback.
problem. There's still a problem.
Yeah, Poison Jab. Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah,
Doing good amount.
But
I was a little worried for
good, but not a great deal.
The
then-
Moonblast will kill you back.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you have to get out here.
You do.
Yeah, Cryogonus should be
Water
to
tea.
take it up pretty nicely. Yeah.
Yep.
Is special wall. thing,
Yeah, good special
isn't it?
defense. Yeah. Access to recover as well. There's the freeze dry that we talked about earlier.
Nice.
Brings
Obviously.
back in the Volcoronavirus.
Good play by WoW.
Ancient Power.
Ooh,
spicy
Raspberry.
berry.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But still
Dance,
enough
fiery
to
dance,
live.
special attack boost.
But
Is,
it's
is that the one where you
still-
always get the boost?
No, it's got like
No,
a
it's
50%
50%.
It's 50%.
Yeah.
Okay.
But unfortunately,
Also,
not
same
enough
as
to
Diamond
kill.
Storm.
Yeah, not enough to kill this thing.
And-
And the thing is fast. Cryogonus
Cryogonus
is fast.
115 speed, I think.
Yeah,
so,
which
yeah.
is faster than the.
Okay, but I mean, okay. I was getting hyped for some Registeel carnage.
I do wonder why he switched out. Like, because what does Como have for it? Like, we've only
Well,
seen
it's-
Dragon Dance, Poison Jab, and Sub.
Not just a big fighting move of some description.
Yeah, but you feel he could probably like last one, but it's a fair decision to go
I
for
mean,
Fini because he knows he has the haze. They've played this game earlier.
I think
Most
Fini's
close combat hurts.
better at dealing with combo than Registeel is, and Registeel is much better against everything else except for maybe the Crocodile.
Fair enough.
Poison jab 60%.
Like the poison jabs are hurting, but it's not
And there it
doing
goes.
enough.
But made the choice there to
But yeah,
do the damage.
just hit.
Yes.
No, you bring in your steel
bullet
type?
punch.
Yeah. Still bringing this.
If you're wave, you just go to Registeel, right? Or you stay in and click Surf.
Stay in.
Yeah. Oh, because went for the U-turn.
Yeah, you're predicting.
Oh, they both predicted it.
Yeah, Wev next leveled. Next leveled.
Very nice.
Next level plays from both of them.
So we've seen that there's no Intimidate, so this thing is Moxie Earthquake.
Yep.
Still doesn't get for a Slowbro though, right? Or an Among Us, I guess.
Yeah, no. Like, what's it gonna do?
Okay,
50%.
Yeah, do a lot.
Okay, the Spore lands. We get to see someone falling asleep this round.
He used Spore without the Misty Terrain up. He remembered this time.
Nice.
I felt so bad for the Straptors when
big
Sleep Powder missed twice in a row.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. Okay.
But Sleep Powder's what? 60% accurate?
No, it's more than that. Like,
it's not terribly accurate.
Sleep Powder's 75%. Spore's 100. So
that is, it feels bad.
Yep.
Big Aerial Ace.
Aerial Ace.
Empower Fire
though.
This is tanky.
Yeah.
Among Us is indeed tanky, yeah.
Got a lot of HP.
And quite damaging as well with sludge bombs.
It's just sacking off Plumbers.
But Plumbers woke up.
Woke up.
Gets the Earthquake and gets the +1.
Ooh, what health is Slowbro on?
It's full,
not hit the
field yet. So it should still be fine.
So not got a big dark move for the Slowbro?
Calm Mind, yeah.
No, you've got to try and kill that. You got to kill that thing before it keeps damaging you with its Moxie.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Calps to know what it would do. So, but he has Mega Evolved already, so we know it's not.
I don't think
Regenerator.
Again, no Mega Evolution from this Diancie.
Diancie never gets through a Registeel.
Especially
Berry. There you go. Papa Berry. Not Mega. The
flinch. But then again, I don't know what could it have done really against Registeel. What could it have done specifically against this Registeel?
I know we saw
Earth Power, Reflect.
Yeah, we only saw Diamond Storm, Moonblast. So.
Registeel still has 150 base special defense.
Yeah,
it's the same on both sides.
Lived it.
Yeah, I think it would have been A-okay. Regular Diancie's special.
That Earthquake does 62%. So yeah.
Yeah.
Stab Earthquake, and it would have been full speed, full attack. Jolly, I expect. So.
I think maybe I don't know if that Crocodile was choiced or not. If she could have swapped moves to maybe a dark move against the Slowbro, maybe that would have been in the play. But yeah, I guess she just while you still have the Moxie boost. I'm thinking.
Yeah, but the decision to not bring the Mega Diancie and have just a defensive or somewhat defensive Papa Berry Diancie, like. Maybe to fight this Registeel, like
maybe it was.
It is a weird choice. I'm sure there was a reasoning to it, but it doesn't become apparent. I guess it fights Volcarona. It ruins Volcarona. Maybe that was the whole.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Lana said in the chat afterwards that she just had nothing with the Registeel. I think at all, maybe. But it's the kill leader Registeel.
Yeah, you got for that.
You got to prepare for it.
Believe me, I will, because this result actually makes my group interesting.
Your group is super interesting.
All to play for
if
now.
Alana had gone 2-0 here, like, it's obviously doesn't guarantee her being first even, but I would have to have outscored her, or me or the Bewares in the next round would have to have outscored her and won to get it done.
Yes, I think that's put your thing in. Everyone's on one game.
Yes, because obviously being in the Premier group, so only the very top person goes through. So everyone in my group is now 1-1. I'm sitting at the top with +3, Alana on +1, Mark -2, Wev -2. So
you're in the best position.
Yes,
but it is pretty much a case of whoever wins and whoever wins biggest.
Yeah,
it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, you just have to win.
I just have to win. I just have to find some way through the kill leader Registeel. Yes. And then all the other annoying ones he's got that are way worse than that.
I mean, his team is quite similar to yours in a way that he has a Mega Slowbro and a Registeel, and you have a Blissey and a Mega Aggron.
It's true.
Yeah. You do have a Blissey and he has a Volcarona. We know what Volcarona doesn't do to Blissey. Let's kill it.
That is true. That is indeed true. And Blissey also gets Calm Mind. So if he tries to set up me, I can set up back on him.
Just go full sweeper.
Full defensive Espeon, full offensive Blissey.
Oh my
That's
God.
what we like to see.
I mean, I would love to see that, not gonna lie. But, actually, I might hate it and love it at the same time.
You'd hate it if it doesn't work.
I might just not look at it because it's Blissey and I'm not supposed to.
Don't you dare look at that.
My robot daughters.
My robot.
Crushinator.
The Crushinator.
Crushinator.
Shall we get on to the next cup we're looking at today? Which is going to be the Master Cup. Top Cup.
Master Group. Boys.
Master Group.
And we're going to start off with the Kingswood Kabutops, coached by Crispy and Marion, versus Seb of the Frankfurt Frogadiers.
Yes, indeed. So coming to this,
Garchomp.
Seb's 1-0 and the Kingswood Kabutops are 0-1. So Crispy needs the win here to sort of cling on. It's not because we're in the top group and 3 of us go through it. No one's ever truly lost.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like with mine, where no one's ever truly safe. No one ever truly lost.
Unless you won your first 2 games.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at this point, everything's still to play for. So to see
Okay.
how it goes. What do you think of the lineups?
So what am I seeing? I'm seeing a couple of fly boys on Seb's team. A lot of things that have been very annoying, such as the Togekiss, and the Venusaur, and the
3.
Jinx. Oh, the Sableye has made it onto the squad.
Yeah.
Today.
There's 3 Levitators and a priority Will-O-Wisp user on Seb's team, which make you think maybe he was a little bit scared of that Garchomp. Maybe just a little bit
Maybe
scared.
a tad.
Very possible. I mean, I'm hoping that this is going to be a Guts Hariyama, because that would be next level versus this Sableye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and actually Weezing as well. I just wouldn't bring a
Will-O-Wisp
Flame Orb, I would just bring Guts and hope I get burned.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Otherwise, just another solidly bulky squad from the Kabutops.
And quite a
nothing out of the
bulky squad
ordinary
from
there.
both of them, to be honest.
That
But
is very
obviously,
true. That is very
the
true.
Kabutops have made their name with bulky defensive mons.
What you're saying is they're exactly the same teams, and therefore I should hate them both, right?
No, you should like the team because it has a Rotom fan on it.
No.
Yes.
And look at that smiley Togekiss. It's like, oh, look how happy it is.
And his little testicles
Oh,
hanging
his
there.
tiny balls hanging
Can't
loose.
unsee it now.
Let loose. Hanging
Every
free.
time.
That Togekiss
Free
has been a
balling.
nightmare. I think that Togekiss is actually the kill leader of the league at the moment, or it
Maybe.
was at one point.
I don't know. Are the Dom's spreadsheets, are they being updated?
I'm not sure.
Every round, because he did post a link for the character sheets and whatever. So I don't know if it's. I mean, I'm sure they will be updated, but I don't know whether you can see it from that. Right?
Well, not
or
from
whether
your
you
saved copy, so it would have to be on the.
No, obviously you'd have to re-get the link.
We could
yeah.
look at
We could find it out, but I think it's more interesting to not look every round.
Yeah.
To be told it by out of your league, yes.
Yeah, I
Tell us the stats.
think if maybe they don't tell us by the end of the next episode, I kind of want to go to see what it is going into the playoffs, and then obviously see what it is in the stats show at the end.
Yes, but the point is that Togekiss is a bastard. And it's pretty good against his team, so that Skarmory's got to put in work, maybe. Should we see if it can put in some work? There we go.
Don't want it to be pulling things off.
pull off some work?
Can I pull off this sentence? No. Alright, let's go.
We hammer on JP instead. So we're hammering
Hammer on,
on this
hammer
play
off.
button.
Hammer on.
Count us in.
3, 2, 1, go. Togekiss is going to come out for the. It's Mind
Precious. This is Aranga.
Big Volt Switch.
Yeah.
Voice. I guess it's not.
Slapstick.
Okay, Noxel.
Yeah.
So what do we see knock off? The Expert Belt.
Expert belt. Yeah, it's a very good item on Hariyama.
That is a very good item, specifically on Hariyama.
Leftovers gone. That's pretty big.
Yes, but it still has some recovery with that recover.
Yes, and this is
punch.
just not enough. So we're not
trying to
seeing a
find the
Will-O-Wisp
move.
here, just because Seb probably is thinking this could be Guts, and I don't want a Will-O-Wisp it if it's Guts.
That's true. But I'm surprised at how well Sableye is taking this, because its defenses are only like 75 and 65.
Yeah, I think it's full HP,
got the
full
stats.
physical defense, because it took so much damage from that Volt switch.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's got pretty good typing. Like Dark and Ghost is a good typing. It's only weak to Fairy, but like
So
yeah,
one layer of toxic
it's
spikes
taking
being put
huge
up.
damage from special. Huge damage from special.
I like to think when Crispy was just clicking random moves earlier that he was just clicking random moves and it wasn't him trying to predict what Seb was going to do. He was like,
He's just seeing what
that's
does the
great,
most.
that's fun, knocker.
No defog after the taunt. Poison. Now that will trigger Guts.
Yes,
Even if
that will.
So we hope that it is Guts, not Thick Fat or Sheer Force. Because it wasn't Life Orb, so it would make no sense if it was not.
Like, I feel like Sheer Force is probably the worst one for Harry Ahmet. It's in that weird situation where it's like he's got 3 very good abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it doesn't get.
Yeah, look, this is
many,
that's
like,
Guts boosted right there. That 42% is more
So,
than it was
again,
doing earlier.
That's
But
some good tech. Like, a good idea to bring it, and then
Okay. But the Earthquake is only doing 55%, so it's not enough
so
to
you
get
just keep
through.
recovering.
Yeah, and the poison will kill it
Yeah.
before your Earthquakes do.
they
and the
fortunately
low roll
knocked off the
We're going to see a
knocked off
Shadow Sneak to
the
kill, maybe?
leftovers as well. Like,
No,
Just
you
gonna keep doing these recovers. How many
nah,
has he got?
just keep it. It will die. Just keep recovering.
There's no
You've got
Shadow Sneak on this thing. You've got
9.
Knock Off, Recover, Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, so no way it's going. But then the Bullet Punch there, which does that...
Oh, so he was calcing to make sure it got low enough, so that must have been like a surefire
Does the Bullet
kill
Punch... Does the Bullet Punch get more priority than the Prankster, or Prankster's only +1? So they're in the same priority bracket, so Harry Hammer's just faster than
Yes.
the
Sableye's
Sableye,
only
so-
50 base speed, so
I mean, Harry Hammer's...
I mean, actually, Harry Hammer's
fast.
lovely
They're in
as
the
well.
same. They're in the same
So
speed.
it might
so it might-
actually have been a speed tie.
Yeah,
Speed time, that's
or
very interesting.
it was crept just enough to make sure it
maybe.
would win that.
Yes. The Prostitute
Big
not
guy
taking any
speed.
damage from that psychic from Gertlash. These Toxic Spikes are
Yeah,
doing a number.
stacking up the damage.
That's the 3rd Pokemon getting Toxic Spiked. We've seen no defog yet.
I'm not
Discovery.
sure. I mean, I know there's hits. Oh, we need to talk about this.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Knock
right, so we
off.
see the
Look, bright
powder.
powder.
Ah,
That's right. He was expecting
Yeah.
the Tyranitar to come on the other side, so he is Sandvale Bright Powder.
Wow.
Look how much he deserves to get shattered.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look at this! Look at this Garchomp do basically nothing. He's running a stupid
the-
set.
Pain split.
So all of that stuff that Seb has brought to counter this Garchomp, and Crispy has just played himself.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't rely on them bringing the weather setters against your team that has a Pokemon that benefits from the weather a lot. Because it just makes sense to not bring it.
It has managed to just sit here and do a lot of damage to stuff.
That is true.
Because
yeah,
it
it's
died
like
almost
Shadow Claw
exclusively
and
to
Iron
poison.
Head, like, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it didn't overly matter. It's still a Garchomp doing Garchomp things. What was the other ability? It's not going to help it.
Rough skin.
Yeah.
Rough skin, I guess.
I mean, I don't feel like rough skin,
It would have been better.
would have been better.
Honestly,
But if,
they're doing
if he's
literally
going for the
nothing.
Sandvale Bright Powder, like, you go all
The
in.
Volt switch to
Oh, getting that defog
But
off.
finally
but
getting the
maybe
defog off.
a little late. I guess Tangrowth and Rango are still okay. Yeah, Tangrowth and Rango are alright.
Yeah.
But no, so we say that.
Back up again. Yeah. Awkward. Now what do you do?
Seb just clicks Toxic Spikes every single turn, right?
Yeah.
You have more Toxic Spikes than he. Yeah, you have way more Toxic Spikes than he has defaults.
Defogs.
That's it. And eventually it'll get high enough that you
Oh,
can
Zed
probably
move.
pain
Is that
split,
enough?
But
Yeah. Got bored of it.
Inferno Overdrive to kill
Running
it.
further overdrive.
just like, screw this. Yeah.
You gotta think that would have been flamethrower, right?
Yes, I
M1,
think
probably
so.
Flamethrower.
It's just
Yeah.
funny that he was like, "This is the turn he's gonna switch," rather than just patiently keep clicking Toxic Spikes. Because if you know that you have the Inferno Overdrive, why not just wait until you need to use it? You could have clicked Flamethrower earlier if he's going to keep clicking Defog.
Great. But when you see now, this isn't a choiced Raikou like we might have thought earlier, because it's switching moves. So it's just,
it's
just
It was
damaging.
that
Yeah.
Sableye just had no special D.
Yeah,
and
no special.
Took a
Yeah.
huge hit.
Okay.
Toxic Protect, okay.
Nice.
But
What do we see now? We'll switch into Weezing. So sacking off the Weezing.
Mm-hmm.
Another face off of Rega.
pretty clever there to use the Volt Switch enough to get away, and you won't take the toxic damage.
Yes. Gutlash still lives. So does Gutlash get regenerated as well?
Yes, yeah, it's regenerated. It's exactly the same as Slowbro, except for its special attack and physical attack are flipped. Okay. Oh, no, defenses, sorry. Yeah.
Special attack. And you can't have a Slowbro and a Slowking because they're different Pokemon numbers.
Yes. Yeah.
Different evolutions.
Nice.
And now it's
big air slash.
That is a big air slash.
I mean, one's just kind of doing its thing.
50 special defense on a Tangrowth.
So. I'm guessing he wasn't Assault Vest then.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god, yeah. I would not have expected that to just one-shot it.
But now, what? 3 Thunderbolts is going to be enough to take him out. Volt switching there just to preserve the toxic damage.
Yeah.
Because there is going to be a turn of Protect on that.
I can't believe that was leftovers and it still did that much damage. My word. Okay, and then it's a Rotom Fan and a Jinx versus Raikou and a dying Slowbro.
Yeah.
But he has got the advantage now, Crispy.
I think this
Jinx versus the world.
It's gonna protect.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you go for the double protect here? I don't know. Maybe you go for something, right? Because you can probably kill this thing. Nope. Yeah. With an Ice Beam, you can.
So is Gutlash going to kill it? No. Because it's going to go down to the poison. So it's Ranga versus.
And we know there's a Protect coming.
There's a Protect coming. This thing is toxic, but after the Protect, Ranga just outspeeds and kills, right?
Well, you got to go for 4 Protects in a row, right? That's the game plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that is literally the win con.
Yes.
There's the Protect.
There's the Protect.
Fail.
Yeah.
Fail and Shadow Ball.
There it is.
Kill. Oofed. Yeah. Okay, and that is the Kings with Kabutops giving the first L to the Frogadiers for the season.
That's right. Everyone now has a win and a loss at the very least. So
what a nice round league. It only took 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah. I think this is the first season that we've had everyone having not won or lost.
I think there was only 2. No, there was definitely 3 in my mind that someone did go 0-6, but I think there's only been 3.
The other ones, everyone had we've always had someone go undefeated before
in groups. Okay.
Groups, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been one or the other.
No. Yeah.
Don't quote me on it, but I have that feeling.
I mean, so everyone's gotten better. We're a more balanced league. Right?
Well, everyone's gotten worse.
Yes.
I mean,
no, maybe we've just got.
I mean, judging by my score,
very possible. I feel like everyone is playing their socks off this season.
I don't.
No, well, you don't feel like you're doing that, but you can't say that after you go 6-0, PK. Or was it just that easy? Was it just that easy? It was
It was just very fortunate that a stupid decision I made when I hadn't prepped for the match actually, and I was, just
fortunate that you fucked up.
Yeah, and then I didn't really well. I failed upwards.
You failed upwards. You fell up the stairs.
Stupid.
Exactly. I was just very fortunate.
That's brilliant. It's like, you're trying to get on the podium to get onto bronze, and then you fall over and you bash your head on first place.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Nice. Well, that was a great game.
Good solid game.
Very
solid
game of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints about any plays in that.
So.
Yeah.
No. I think it was good, clean Pokemon.
I don't know how long it took to play in real time. I've toned back my watching of the streams. They are a commitment to the evening.
There's a lot.
Now you understand how people feel watching our show. But every time.
Yeah, but we're not doing one match. We're doing at least 4 matches, and there's 3 of us doing coverage.
And you can also put it on while you're working and stuff. You don't have to use your evening on it. But obviously with the Alisas, we do apologise for wasting everyone's time.
Make it shorter, but we want the information there.
Yeah, we could do so many different things with the Alisas. We just don't know what the best one is.
Yeah.
They all have their benefits and
we do we try to do the poll, but everyone's Like,
everyone kind of wants the same and yet different things.
We want it to be really brief, but really informative, but really long, and have maximum amount of time with you, which you talk about nothing, but also everything. You're like,
yeah, and it's like, well, we could make it short and in depth, but it would meant us three couldn't all do it together. We'd have to do like a team each, and then just talk over it, and then like because the part that makes us long is because there's 3 people like as well.
Yeah. What we need to do is we just need to do it with the energy of like Sky Sports News on transfer day, and we'll be like, over to you, PK. How are you feeling with the Bristol Braveries over there? What you can tell me about that? And we go, well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
We're hearing word. We're hearing word.
They actually picked up this team. They've got 3 lots of toxic spikes on their team. Some say that's too much toxic spikes, but hey, there's never too much of a good thing.
The internet, there's never enough toxicity.
That was the Ealing Elegance team. Now, a word from our sponsor, the Eye in the Sky.
Speaking of the Eye in the Sky, we should get on to our next match.
Segue. We got the Krukan Crocknals versus the Sheffield Shedinjas.
Yeah.
So it's your turn to take on the grassy terrain team of Terror.
Take on my man.
There were a couple of things I was worried about here. Was Horlucha was basically, I was like, oh god, if I don't deal with Horlucha wins the whole game. And basically identified that if I got sticky webs up, then Metacham and or Kurum just sort of go to town on the whole team. So I was certain that Ed was going to bring Tentacruel to rapid spin away, because otherwise he only has defog on Horlucha, which is already having to do so much in this match.
Speaking of Horlucha, though, now you've mentioned it on the Togekiss, kind of looks like it on the Horlucha as well.
We've got little testicles on the Horlucha.
I noticed that.
Oh no! Well, I mean, if we're going there, Bulu's got it all hanging out.
He's got
wibbly. He doesn't have those things.
No, it's just not. It's just his schlong. It's hanging out his trousers.
If you want to really go, Garbodor, those aren't its legs.
Well, it's just standing on his.
Yep, just big old round flat testicles.
It is a pile of garbage.
Well, I mean, if you want to go there,
maybe they're on its head. Maybe that's what they are.
Or if you want to go there, if you want to just look at Metacham's legs, just in general, just a wiggling scrotum.
No. When you look at the films, they're titty legs. They are 100% titty legs. Yeah, genuinely. Its most popular nickname is like boob legs.
I mean, titty legs. But the way that I'm seeing it at the moment is just straight up scrotum.
I mean, yeah, from this angle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Right. Anyway, yes.
There.
As soon as I saw there was no Tentacruel, I was like, oh, sweet. This is really good for me.
Yes.
Because I was packing a lot of psychic coverage just to be able to get through Tentacruel. So the fact that there was a Garbodor there, I was like, this is still fine. I can still use that to get through the Garbodor. So
yeah, but as we see, Horlucha is packing and is still a worry. So we should probably
should we head on in and
let's go. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. So was the last time you guys played in the Metagross Medal? Was it? Or have you played?
I have no idea. No, I 6-0'd him with the Reuniclus last
time. Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh, so actually you were... Yeah, so you were 2-1 coming into this then, because I think he'd won the Metagross medal match, and then you'd won before that.
Sure.
In season 2.
Yeah.
Right.
We see the Rocky helmet on the Garbodor.
Yeah, Rocky helmet Garbodor, but we're running Stomping Tantrum because it's not weakened by grassy terrain.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So... just enough there. I think I'd just go for another Stomping Tantrum to finish this off. So there's one layer of spikes, and I'm not too worried. I did catch up with Ed after this, and he explained that the spikes were there so that Sceptile could actually one-shot everything, because it didn't quite do enough, but with one layer of spikes, it was apparently enough.
Right.
Yeah. So now I'm like, okay, it's Horlucha time. It's out early. What do we do to deal with this? Milotic is here to deal with this, and also I think it's a ghost type Silverly, which is full HP, full physical defense. Even after a sword stance, this thing's high jump kick only does like 60-ish%, which I think we see here. Yeah, 61%.
We ran this match through like twice, I think, when we were doing mine, and then working out that it took 2 ice beams to kill it at least.
Yes,
so.
yeah. So we're okay. I think I let us go down. Yeah, I think I just click ice beam and was willing to let this go down. Yeah, so this is now good for me. I'm like, okay, cool. I got 25%.
Because it's damaging itself, so it's okay.
So he's now just going to kill you with an energy ball. So, okay, you didn't have to waste a leaf storm or anything.
So Ed was saying he was happy with this situation because Milotic was the biggest problem for him, but he's lost Horlucha to kill it. And I'm like, this is perfect. Horlucha's the only thing that actually I have to worry about on the whole team. Instantly get the sticky webs up. It's got no way to get rid of it from now on.
Get rid of it. That's really good for you.
And everything on his team is like pretty fast.
Big wood hammer. But it was worth it just to get the sticky webs up.
So does Medicham outspeed everything now? Or
yes, unless this thing is choiced.
Okay.
Because it hasn't had its speed lowered because it was in when the sticky webs came out. If it switches out, then we're fine. But if this stays in, so I now have to I now send in Mambebig just to basically hit it, so it has to leave.
Put in some solid damage for this.
Parting shot there on
to weaken the dog. Nice.
Yep. And here comes Shiva.
This blowing Medicham. Did you have more fun doing some calcs in this game, Joe?
So
especially the heat run.
I feel like this is gonna be a dead.
Oh, the 2%.
But then we've got a whole nother turn.
So it's like, it doesn't matter.
Didn't matter, but it was still hype. It lived. Something lived at Mega Medicham thing that was super effective. Grassy terrain back up, but yeah. Oh, we see the poison jab now, so you got something for the Sceptile.
Yeah, we have poison jab for Sceptile and this. So
Dog of Wisdom,
move, priority.
Sucker Punch. Oh, Sucker Punch,
better.
Nice. Yeah,
Sucker Punch hurts, but I count that nothing could kill me, so just Drain Punch it all the way back up. Yeah,
you're back to full now.
Yeah. And with the Grassy Terrain, I'm actually back to full. GG from Ed there, because with the speed drop, poison jab. And
poison jab,
okay. That's enough. Yeah.
And that is, Crocodile's on top of the leaderboard, I think.
And I am guaranteed into
top.
What are we calling it? Is this what?
X? Because X gonna give it to you.
Okay, so I'm guaranteed into the X
even though
bracket.
Never heard the rest of that song.
I mean, I've heard it. I just don't know the words. You don't need to. You don't need
your
to
rap game, Jake.
Probably do.
So again,
good,
it was just
stuff.
Get sticky webs up, win the game. So
he did.
Pretty much.
It's one of the things your team can do. So,
that's kind of what it's there for. So, yeah.
So you alluded earlier that you caught up with Ed after the match.
Yes, we did a little interview, which hopefully we'll be able to sock it in here. I've got the files and haven't sent it to JP, so hopefully they aren't corrupted and useless.
True. Well, if they're there, then they'll be now.
Sure thing. JP can rip the audio. He can work out how to do that. How are you feeling? Yes, poor JP. How are you feeling after the game?
I mean, a little disappointed that I lost, obviously.
Yeah. Were you expecting this 6 to turn up? Or what sort of lineup were you prepared for?
I mean, I tried to prepare for a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got maybe a little bit of a blinkered view. Like when I did my sort of review of what your team was and how it stacked up to my team, the two things I was most scared of were Milotic and Incineroar.
Okay, yeah, they were key here.
So I ended up doing some maybe overly aggressive plays to take them down early. Then I just ended up not having what I needed. So like I used up my Horlucha early.
Yeah, Horlucha was the biggest threat for me by far. And when it went down early, I was like, excellent. Yeah. I think I'm okay now. I think we probably.
I was like, I didn't have much else for Incineroar, and I was like, if I get it now. Then the worst thing that can happen is he switches into Milotic, which he did, but I can still sort of parlay that into a KO of it eventually, which I did. And I was like, okay, that'll have to work, I guess. But then without him, I didn't have an answer for the sticky web.
That was it. I thought you would bring.
I otherwise wasn't scared of Mega Champ because I just have like loads of stuff that outspeeds him and one-hit KOs and stuff, and it's fine basically. But yeah, when he was faster than everything, it was suddenly a massive problem.
Yeah, then it's an issue. Yeah, I was really worried. I thought you'd bring Tentacruel, because basically I sort of worked out if sticky webs are up, then Medicham just goes to town. So I thought you had to bring Tentacruel to try and rapid spin. So like I've got a bunch of like psychic coverage on stuff, which is kind of fine because you bought Garbodor, and I was like, well, this still works. So
yeah. I opted for Garbodor in the end over Tentacruel because like they're quite similar. Garbodor gets spikes, regular spikes, whereas Tentacruel only gets toxic spikes. Toxic spikes would have been rubbish because I mean you have a Gengar and you can just absorb them without even thinking. Whereas spikes, there were a lot of things on your team that Sceptile could do like 90%.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I use Garbodor, I can get some spikes down, and then I'll be faster than you and one-hit KOing you, and it'll be fine. And you, I should have maybe brought the Tentacruel instead, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could have gone. I was a little bit worried because as I don't have the Gengar, and I thought you were going to set up the toxic spikes. And I was like, crap, because this. Yeah, this Silverly was poison type until I don't know a few hours ago, and then I swapped it to Ghost type. So
I honestly, this is my strategy. I didn't prepare for Silverly.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're supposed to.
Yeah, you can really.
I prepared for all of your other members, and I just made sure I had sort of a varied amount of coverage as you normally would do.
Yes.
And then you just deal with what. Like I couldn't have predicted you were bringing Ghost. I don't know why you brought Ghost.
It was for high jump kick, Holucha. Yeah. It was a Holucha switch in. Cause...
So if I'd have held on to him longer, I might have fallen for that because I totally wouldn't have expected it to be Ghost. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like in my head, I went to because I was like, do I go to Silverly or Milotic? And I went, well, if I go to Milotic, hit him with Ice Beams, see what happens. If he starts Sword Stancing and high jump kicking, then he still needs a Sword Stance turn, a high jump kick turn, and then another high jump kick turn to kill me. So then I can get in the Silverly on the high jump kick switch, and you take the crash damage. But I just decided to stick with it. So
I was very tempted for my last slot instead of either Garbodor or Tentacruel. I was very tempted to have it be Spiritomb. Just because of the funniness of how completely he blanks Mega Medicham.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I thought, you can do some nasty work. Shadow Sneak alone is horrible. Yeah,
he's like not amazing against the rest of your team, and like I said, I wanted those hazards just because it tips a bunch of things into one-hit KOs. But I was like, it would be funny.
Yeah, it would be. I was worried about it. I was like, how do we do it? I assume
that's why you brought Drain Punch in the end.
High jump kick. Yeah, I didn't bring high jump because I was like, nope, I'm just gonna. There's a Ghost type lurking around. I don't want this.
High jump kick is honestly such a bad move.
But
it's Stone Edge. I didn't get to do any Rock Stone Edges in the end, but man, I hate that move.
It's so you're like, why isn't there a better alternative? And then you go, well, there's this nice handy rock tube. And it's like, oh, for God's sake, that's it. So yeah. Well, GG. Thanks for coming and doing a little interview.
Yeah. Very quick.
I don't think there wasn't any bullshit. I don't think for us to moan about on either end. I don't.
Hacks or anything.
Yeah, no hacks. Yeah. So
no, thankfully.
Yeah. So that was a good, clean game of Pokemon. So GG's and good luck in the rest. I think so. Are you Seb next? No, I'm Seb next. So you must be.
I played Seb. I'm Kabutops.
Kabutops. Yes. It's such a fun group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Yeah. When do you want my nicknames?
Oh, you can send them over whenever. We actually recorded part 1 yesterday, so
I didn't realise you're that far. I'm behind. Okay, I'll send those.
That's right. We're recording part 2 when we have enough names for that. So.
Well, I was hoping people would get to see more of them naturally before, but I'm just using most of my top end in this team, I think.
Yeah, like we can't really pull the punches at the moment. So
yeah, I kind of wrote myself into a corner when I drafted the Voodoo Heatran core because I was like, that's so amazing. And now it just means I never want to use any of the other shit I drafted.
True. That's the thing. I was like, well, he brings Heatran, Bulu, and Horlucha to like every game, right? So, and then the other three I have to guess. But
and like in this game, that's another thing I should say. One problem I was having comparing against you is that Heatran is really awful against your team.
Okay.
So bad.
Yeah, well,
Like,
Kurum there gets Ice Beam and Earth Power, which is super effective against like 6 out of 10 of your team, 2 of them 4 times. So, and the other few are only neutral.
If we look at the team as you brought it, I think the only thing that Heatran actually beats is Sylvally, depending on what type it is, obviously.
It had Hidden Power Ground just in case, so I don't know, but it had no special defense, so you probably came out.
It's pretty weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. It loses to basically everything else. I'm kind of locked into bringing it because it covers all my other weaknesses so well that it's like a good switch in.
That's the thing. Yeah, you need to have it there, otherwise poison jabs can go to town and then you're in trouble.
And and it's a good switch into an Incineroar for Flare Blitzes, but then you have to like double out to something that can actually beat Incineroar.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It was like, okay, you've blocked that, but I'm Assault Vest and now going to click this Stomping Tantrum on you. So yeah. I nearly bought the horse for just to use high horsepower because it's not affected by grassy terrain.
I was wondering because that's his signature move. That is the horse in high horsepower.
But
I kind of wish you had brought him because I wasn't scared of that.
It was good against a lot of members of your team. It was okay against Horlucha, but then obviously it just gets absolutely destroyed by your 2 big grass types, and it was like, probably not.
But basically, when I'm preparing for teams, unless it's like a big, some sort of amazing tier A thing, I generally write off my opponent's Pokemon that are weak to grass.
Yeah, that's probably
like I knew there was like 0 chance you would bring Barbaracle.
Yeah, that wasn't going. I was just like, I don't think so, because even after a Shell Smash, it's still slower than Mega Sceptile. So.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get a Shell Smash and a Sticky Webs up, and no, this is stupid. And then hope I one-shot, which I wasn't even sure I would with the wrong coverage. So, yeah. Well, GG, and
good game.
Good luck in the next one, and
good luck in your last. Who's your last one?
Seb. So,
oh right, good luck with that.
Yeah, yep. Thanks. All right, I shall stop the recording there. So, cheers for coming and having an interview. And
that's all right.
Yeah. Good luck for the rest.
We're back.
There they maybe were.
Yeah, there they maybe were. Hopefully,
did you enjoy hearing or not hearing that thing that just happened or didn't happen?
Well, I'll enjoy, hopefully, maybe hearing it when I'm editing or not. We'll see. That puts you at the top, like you said. I think that means Ed is now locked out.
No one's locked out because he's now 0 to minus
5.
2, minus 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but then we've got 2 1-1s above. So someone's going to lose.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to versus
get it up on the screen
Ed.
and we can just run through it.
If you like.
The groups now. Yes. So
I'm locked in, but essentially it depends how hard I win against Seb and how hard the winner of Ed versus the Kabutops goes.
Yeah. You are 2-way plus 4. Frogdeer's 1-1 plus 1. Kabutops 1-1-0. And Shedinja's a 0-2 minus 5. And obviously you are playing the Frogdeers next. And and Ed's playing the Kabutops. So it's all to play for in that group. Quite interesting. The Master, Ultra, and Great group all have sort of like the same run out. Someone is 2-0, someone is 0-2, and obviously the middle is 1-1. In the Ultra group, we have the War Turtles at 2-0 plus 6. They're doing very well. Very well in that group. And then we have the Chippenham Town Charmeleons, 1-1 plus 2. Staraptors, 1-1 minus 2. And then the Ella Kids, unfortunately, 0-2 minus 6. and they are to play the Wartortles this match.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the Elekkids are locked out.
Believe that the Elekkids
Yes, because
are
either
locked
what's who are the Elekkids against?
They're locked out of the top bracket because in the middle two groups, the second
only the top two are going up.
Yes,
yeah, so,
and either the Charmeleons or the Staraptors have to get another win this one because they're fighting each other.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Moving on to the great group. We mentioned it earlier, but the Limehouse Luxrays are sitting pretty at 2-0, +6 in the top of that group.
They are indeed.
Yes, and then we have our very own Tollington Soracats, 1-1 +4.
Totally
score.
above average with our neutral 1-1, but with a +4 Pokemons.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
And against the Bath City Bouffalons, who are 1-1 +1. And then at the bottom of the group, we have Kingsdown Kingdras, who are 0-2 -11.
I do believe that they are locked out.
You'd got to think with that Pokemon score, unfortunately.
Even if you win,
there's no way they're getting second.
Yeah, because again, it's the same situation with the other group. Because myself and Ray have to get one of us has to get a win from it, and then we'll be put up into second place.
Yes.
Or first, depending on how.
Luxrays lose. You still, but either way, for you, in intense posters, it's like if you win, you're in the top bracket. Like, it doesn't matter if you're first or second, really. That's just for seeding. So.
Yeah.
So, and then finally,
need to win.
Yes, and then finally, speaking of needing to win, we have the Premier Group where
everyone
is
needs to win.
Yes. I'm +3 sitting at the top. Lana's +1, but Beware's are -2, as are the Metapods who are -2, and I play the Metapods.
You play. Okay. So this should be your most favourable matchup, just because
should be
the highest scorer versus the lowest scorer.
Just based on the score, it should be. But as we've in this group, everyone's beating everyone else. So
yes.
I just want to say right now, Kanto Group is at the top of every single group.
I did see that was played out, actually.
So it was a hell of a group in the first phase.
It was. Unfortunately, I got absolutely bopped. But but I've made a
which means I've already beaten the best of the best, except for that one game that I lost.
Except for that one game.
We got half of Johto in second. They were just missing the Elekkids and the Metapods, but me and Seb are repping.
That's
Yeah, no, it's going to be super spicy. I'm just so stressing about the next game. I really don't want to go down into the lower group. It'll be the first season that we've ever been in the lower bracket. Apart from, I mentioned it. So.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier.
Also, we could have all three members of All Out Pummeling getting through into the top bracket for the first time.
Could, yeah. I think I've only actually done it once, I think, when I then lost to the Bouffalons, I think, in the first round. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's down to us. We just got to win. Just got to win, PK.
I mean, Joe's already there.
I'm there waiting for you. Take my hand, brothers.
Take my hand.
Fortunately, I think I haven't faced Webb for like 4 seasons or something like that now. So I think last time I won. But yeah, no, this is one. Although you're saying like you're stressed about it, I am very much wanting to win, obviously. But thinking about real life stuff, this is the least of my stress is coming up. I've got a very busy week work-wise, and then it's an unfortunate birthday. It is the one milestone that people don't want to hit. Like so, and then
nah, it's fine. You just ignore the decimal system, and then it's just another day. It's another day.
It's just another day, like another dollar. It's another day, another dollar, because I will be at work. So like
earning that dollar bill.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be spicy. So we're not going to get a PK birthday special of any kind then?
No, unfortunately, because I'm at work on that day, and then me versus Webb is currently set for Monday, and then I don't know when I'm going to have time to prep for that. Like,
true. I'm sure you'll find some time on your birthday.
I'm sure Becky would love that. Like, just come over and celebrate. And it's like, yeah, actually, I've got a got a presentation to do, and then I've got a team to prep for, and then
Becky's got no time for your birthday. She's got to help prep with JP.
Exactly.
Come on,
be
that's
hard
true.
prepping.
She's got an
These
important
matches.
match. Like,
get your priorities straight. Come on, everyone.
it's alright. I think we're slipping.
Oh dear. But anyway, that'll be
That'll
exciting
do.
next week to see how those matches go. Right. I think that's all for
That's
today.
it,
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching round 5 coverage from All Out Pummeling. I think this will probably go up before the name rated because we've still to decide the quality of whether it deserves to see the light of day.
I think it does, and it'll probably be fine.
It might need some edits here and there.
A bit more chop and cutting than our usual.
What we
your
need,
usual shows.
we need a
adult.
guinea pig. What we need is a guinea pig that is willing to watch it and be like, "No, guys, you can't put that out. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You're gonna go to jail."
It's not even like, controversial. It's just we're fucking idiots for like
It's
3
just
hours.
quality and sloppy.
Yes.
I know, or it's brilliant and hilarious.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it back yet. So.
It could be the best thing we've ever done. It could also be by far the worst thing, and you'll just hate us all as people. But we're
not
sure
only for
we
it being
want
poor
that.
quality, but also for wasting your time with something people wanted to see.
Yes. So rest assured, it has been recorded. It will get edited. It will get posted to one person.
Heavily edited.
And if it's approved, then it'll see the light of day to the rest of y'all.
If it's not approved, then we'll just record it again.
We'll record it again
with a very different style.
Or maybe I'll do one of those like click adventure things where like do a bit of story, then like you click like which
route you want to go?
name
It's
rater you want to go.
20 different like YouTube videos.
branching
So just click
paths,
the link
yeah.
to go to this part. Which version of this team do you want to see?
Exactly.
That's right. We'll do our own version of Bandersnatch, but we'll do it with,
With the
with
name
name
rater.
rater.
That could be a fun little side project.
You've got too many fun little stuff.
I
You've got
know.
too many
If you
videos.
could, if you
There's not
guys,
enough time.
if you viewers could see the waiting pile of stuff to get edited at the moment, it's insane. We're
Really?
just waiting for the Let's Play to be finished from Ray and Dom for the League plays, and then we can start unleashing the flood.
Gates of content.
Yes, that one. Yeah. I don't know words, man. You know.
Open
this.
the floodgates.
Yes. There we go. Thank you. Right. I'm gonna stop talking now, and PK can let us end the show.
Let's go.
As always, he's good with words.
Yeah, much
Especially on
like
the
as we say at the end of every episode, keep it hanging and free. Good night. Yeah. Be like the Togekiss and
And the whole lucha.
Horlucha you always want it to be. Be free balling.
Nuts on the road. Nim,
Nuts
nim,
on
nim.
the road.
Thank you
Get
very
later.
much. Bye.
Bye.